The whole creation behind starting CGTV was trying to give, young people a real chance at this awesome business that we call show business. We've been working with kids for years and we have tons of success stories on TV. You know what? Here's one of them right here.
Hi guys, my name is Bex Taylor Klaus. You may know me from The Killing, Arrow, or House of Lies. But 2 years ago, you wouldn't have known me at all if it hadn't been for CGTV. I started out in Atlanta, and I heard an ad on the radio for this program with Adrian R'Mante. And I went to the audition and never looked back. If it had not been for CGTV and Adrian R'Mante, I would not be where I am now. And CGTV totally changed my life, definitely for the better.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Will Wilson, and we're with Adrian R'Mante. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Well, so you're most well known as your role on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody as Esteban. How does that stack up against some of your other roles, like your recurring role on CSI and your movie with Al Pacino on Simone, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
but how does it all stack up?
Well, they're completely two different genres of acting, of course. But the truth is, when I started off acting, I started off doing plays. That's the great foundation for young actors. I started doing comedy a lot. When I came to LA, I just knew that I wanted to break into the dramatic side of the business. So I really focused on just upgrading my level of dramatic acting, and it kind of benefited me. So I was very proud of my recurring on CSI, CSI New York, CSI Las Vegas. I did a show called Alias, which I was very proud of as well. And then, of course, the movie with Al Pacino. He's a mentor of me growing up and changed my life. And so I guess the way it stacks up is the fact that my dramatic side was very successful. And it's because I put focus and determination. I knew I wanted it.
Fantastic. So yeah, you're doing auditions today in Calgary with Platinum Talent Agency, and you're looking for very talented Calgarians here. But can you tell us, since auditions are very nerve-wracking and all that, can you tell us, like, your experience, from your experience, what are auditions like? What are the emotions that you go through?
You're nervous. So just accept that, okay? You're going to be nervous no matter what audition you go. If you're not nervous, you're not human, okay? I always get nervous, even to this day. But what it takes is understanding what nerves are. Nerves are basically the same type of a feeling as being excited. And if you tell yourself mentally that you're excited about this opportunity instead of nervous about this opportunity, then I think that's what separates the ones who actually book jobs than actors that don't. So that's something that really changed my life, is understanding that auditions are part of the business. You have to be great at them, because no matter, everybody's great at different things, but for me personally, I had to understand how to be great at auditioning. Then I had to be great at table reads, which is table reads after you get the job. You have to sit in a table, not being able to move much, but be able to inflect your performance where people at the table are inspired by it.
Wow.
Because if not, they'll change your lines, they'll rewrite your character, and you don't want that. So you have to be a good table reader. And then you have to be a good rehearse. You have to rehearse very, have a very good focus in rehearsing when you're on set and you're in front of the directors and producers there. That's another level of preparation. So you have to be good at a well-rounded actor about all those things.
Amazing. So how do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do you see yourself in the future? Where do you want to be?
That's a good question. I tend not to look 10 years from now, even though I did when I was in college. I said, I'm going to work with Al Pacino one day. And I did.
Yeah.
But 10 years from now, gosh, that's such a long way away. I just want to continue. I want this program, CGTV, to be the mecca for finding kids in this business. They're all going to be prepared. They're all going to be ready. They're all going to have the right focus, and they're going to know what to do. And the parents being educated as well, because that's something this business lacks, is educated parents, because they don't know what to do. My mom had no clue. I was the one picking up the newspaper, finding auditions. Yes, we used newspaper back then, okay? That's how old I am. I would pick up newspaper and find auditions for commercials, for little spots in movies, whatever I could find. And I would drag my mom all up and down the state of Florida to these auditions. So if she'd have been a little bit more educated on where to put me, a great program like CGTV, and I'm not just saying that because I'm one of the founders, but it is. It really educates the parents, the kids' preparation, and gets them ready for this business, because it really is awesome. It really is an awesome business.
Great, fantastic. Thanks for joining us today, and good luck to all the Calgarians who are auditioning today.
Good luck.
Hi, I'm Carla Brown, and I'm a national talent agent in Canada. I own Platinum Talent Management, and I represent a lot of great talent here in Canada, and I also work with CGTV LA Canada, looking for new talent, new faces. I met Connor. You know, it's the same thing. A lot of people will email us in or references that are looking for an agent here in Canada. A lot of them start off in Alberta, so Connor and his mom came to me, and they had already heard about me, I guess, and been represented by somebody else, and had decided that, you know, this is like a good move for them. They came in. I loved Connor. He had a great look. He's got a great personality. He's kind of like one of those diamonds in the rough right now. He's young. I mean, these kids are young, but the opportunities that we want to give them is amazing, and that's why we've kind of went from the Canadian opportunities also opening up the doors in LA. So some of these kids get chosen by CGTV, which is owned by Adrian R'Mante, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, which is a lot of people's favorite show. And we go from city to city in Canada. He looks for approximately 50 new talent a year. And out of those 50, we're hoping that even, you know, 10 get picked up by agents or managers there. And fortunately, Connor, who went this past summer for our July 4th training program there in LA, they loved him, and he got an agent and a manager right away, so he's ready to go.
It wasn't until about 2012, we were on an airplane on the way back to Canada, when he looked at me and he says, "Okay, Mom, I want you to get me an agent." I'm like, "What do you mean an agent? You know, please sign me up." So we got back, and I called up Carla and I said, "Well, you know, I would like to bring Connor in and sign him up."
Always been optimistic about these kind of things. I don't know where they're going to go, but whatever they want to do. The girls included, I always said they could do whatever they wanted to do.
You know, I did have him sign up for the audition, but then there was part of me wasn't sure. You know, I've never heard of LA auditioning in Canada before, and I actually had him signed up. And then that part of me kind of took over again, you know, do I want to or not? So I emailed Carla and I said, you know, thank you for the opportunity, but I think I'm just gonna wait it out, build the resume, and go from there. She, you know, she was feeling maybe a bit disappointed, but she encouraged me in other ways. You know, like people have different experiences with their children, and so I had to think about it. So I said, okay, let's go for it, right? And then Ryan, my husband here, he changed my mind, you know, because he saw the opportunity for Connor to get to the next level. So I think too, it's just that emotional support that you can offer your child, right, as part of that. And auditioning, just do the best you can.
Then one day, a kid, some say his name was Bernard, made the biggest mistake of his life. From that day on, Bernard had the cheese touch.
Well, first we went to Universal, and then after that we just kind of got all our scripts ready. We just grabbed our partners, and then we practiced every day from there on. And then we went to Acme Theaters, and that's where we did our show. It was really exciting. I mean, my mother and I, when we got the news, well, at first we didn't really know because it took a while, but when we got it, we were definitely really excited.
It was awesome! Just how cut. I am a warrior. This is my weapon. I will teach you many things. Okay. Creepy. Just finished cutting. Dad's coming for dinner soon. You, is Dad dating someone now? Adam, Dad's not dating anyone.
it's just meeting everybody. And when you see everybody and you're just having a great time on set, and yeah, just behind the scenes too, it's amazing. I had butterflies in my stomach and just a nervous kind of feeling, but I knew I was really excited. I would like to do action movies because I feel like those would be really fun, just all the explosions and I think just knowing him as a kid and then meeting him in real life was just just really thrilling for me.